Welcome, guys. Welcome everyone. Okay, so I believe you are able to see my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes,
Yes.
Ron.
Okay, great. Okay, so let me start by welcoming everyone. Okay, uh, and let me first tell you about myself. My name is Rohan, and I have working experience with several corporates and with the clients throughout the globe, reputed clients and all, in all sorts of environment with reference to an IT security domain is specific to that. Okay, so I'm like a security guide, security kind of a guy. Okay, so whatever I tell you, it's not with reference to the bookish thing and all. Okay, if I say that, hey, the OSPF will not work when your MTU mismatches, there should be a reason why MTU mismatch is causing the issue, right? It's not simply that, okay, my OSPF is stuck at X start state and the solution to that is MTU. Okay, so that's fine. The solution is with the MTU, but what's the reason behind that? Okay, so that is the kind of insight that I want to share and what I really try to share throughout the course. Okay, saying so, uh, I like prefer to share the knowledge in like both ways. Okay, you keep on asking the questions. Uh, the like more you ask, better it is for me and you as well. Okay, uh, whatever the knowledge that I have, okay, that really which the knowledge when I say it, which is really matters. Okay, in our day to day working. Okay, that is something what we will be focusing on. So this course is also designed with reference to the content of Fortinet security product, that is FortiGate firewall. And this course module and contents of this firewall is with reference to the topics that is being mentioned into NSE 4 and 7. Okay. So maybe many of you would be thinking that, hey, why this course includes NSE 4, 7 or SD-WAN? It's like not a separate courses and entitled for that. So the reason behind that is because the modules and the contents of the NSE 4 and NSE 7 certification is 90% same. Okay, so that's why we like clubbed it. Okay, why to give you an half baked knowledge. The major difference with NSE 4 and 7 is like an NSE 4 simply wants or like simply checks your knowledge with reference to configuration, managing the device, your basic t-shirts. Okay, that is what it checks. Whereas NSE 7 focuses on your in-depth knowledge. Okay, like let's say for an example, I say that okay, you have to block YouTube. Okay, as a website. I'm just giving a layman example. So the answer to that is, okay, fine, you can block the YouTube website either using the DNS filter or maybe web filter or maybe application control. Any one of that will be like helping you out. So that is what the NSE 4 will be checking. Do you know that? But what the NSE 7 will be checking is, how does a web filter blocks YouTube? How does the application control blocks YouTube? If I'm getting a YouTube packet, how does the firewall knows that it's a YouTube? Okay, so that's the insight that it wants. So if I am going to tell you about UTM features, about its use cases, why not to tell you all the insights into it, what is happening, because that will make much more sense, right? This is why here in networkings, we have clubbed all these concepts and we have entitled this course as with reference to, if you go with this, you are having a knowledge that is up to an NSE 7 level. Okay, so that's the brief overview of this course. But the main question is, there are lots of certification in the market, right? There are lots of security products. Why I should go with the FortiGate? What's the reason? So before I give you my insight why I love FortiGate, okay, let's talk about the real facts. Okay, so let me show you that. This is with reference to 2021 Magic Quadrant. Okay, here the FortiGate firewall is in leader. Okay, so there are 4 quadrants in the Gartner, right? FortiGate leads into that. Okay, so it's one of the leading device. Okay, I would say not one, it is top leading device. Okay. And if you see the latest ranking with reference to January 2022, enterprise customer, Fortinet is ranked 1. See the difference. Okay. Overall performance. This is not some sort of an sales kind of an, or like self proclaimed or like promoted ads or something to like increase these uh just like a reputation of this device and all. Okay, that Gartner ratings, I think everyone knows what the Gartner stands the values for, right? So that's it is saying that all over the feedbacks depending upon the enterprise customers, Fortinet is ranked 1. Okay, all aspects. Not only that, look for Gartner 2022, the latest scores with reference to distributed enterprise. Okay, they also think Fortinet is ranked 1. If you see a small medium businesses, SMB, small companies, right? Some startups or like any kind of certain startups or some small workforce companies and all, they also think Fortinet is ranked 1. Okay, there are several other products. I'm like not claiming, or like the Gartner itself do not claim that hey they are good or like bad or something, but based upon the real-time uses, the people who are actually working, the companies who are actually paying for their network security, they feel more comfortable with reference to Fortinet. Now, that's the real-time data with reference to 2022. Every year, the Gartner revises it, and it's 3 to 4 years consecutive. If I'm not wrong, Fortinet is leading in all sectors, no matter you go with the very highest of the revenue companies or you go with something a startup. Everyone is moving to Fortinet. Everyone has a Fortinet device with them, okay, or with them. So being as an engineer, if I want to excel into my career, why I will not learn something which is new to the technology and like market, which is in demand, right? Okay, so it's not something that, hey, I have said something to you and like you are like just simply going to believe onto that. So I am supporting my fact with the Gartner report. Okay, you can just do your own Google search and like you will find that the data that I'm showing you is valid. Okay, now apart from all these things and all, okay, since I told you that I also have a vast experience of working as an IT security professionals. So why I like FortiGate, the appliance that is really close to me. So the reason behind that is it's very easy to manage, very easy to configure. You want to integrate FortiGate firewall with any other devices, you can do that in few clicks, hardly 4 or 5 clicks that you need. The GUI is going to spoil you. Okay, but sorry, but here we are going to focus upon troubleshooting. Okay, it's not that the I have the GUI of the like FortiGate, which I find very easy to manage and configure. Of course, that's an add-on, right? But we are here, the focus of this course is to make you a good troubleshooter. Okay, if something goes wrong, if something was working, let's say VPN was working, it was working since 6 months. Okay, suddenly the VPN started flapping. What you would do? Okay, troubleshoot. The approach, it's never the question what's the solution, it's about how your approach is. A single problem may have multiple solutions. I can give you multiple reasons that why a VPN can flap or like can go down in it's like I can list 6 or 7 reasons, but which one is that? So it's all about the approach, narrowing down the issue. Now your approach can only be correct and you can give a quick fix to your customers if and only if you know the inside out, how does a VPN functions, how does a certain feature works, if a packet is received, what does the firewall do, what it is doing, right? So whatever the firewall is doing, that is what you have to follow in like there. Okay, so that's the whole approach and the contents of to that. Now saying so, okay, fine. I think someone has raised the hand. Yes, please. Hey man, someone raised the hand, I believe. Was it by accident or is there any doubts? Okay, I think it's by accident. Okay, let me continue. So, now let's see that who should be really who are the people who should be really going for this course. See, if you know basics, when I say basics, that means if I say that, hey, look, man, I have a PC, I have a router, and I have a PC. The IP here is 10.1, the IP here is 10.2. I want to ping 10.1, sorry, I want to ping 10.2 from 10.1. I want to send an ICMP packet. If you know how does this work, basic, if you know how does this work, this course is for you, okay? OSI models, you know what is IP, you know what is MAC, you know what is TCP, you know what is UDP. A simple thing, if you know how a ping works, this course is for you. If someone is really willing, because I think that might be some of you would be, or like many of you would be having a very good knowledge with reference to switching or like routing, right? Maybe. And like you like might be having a thought in your mind that, hey, if I would be learning, because this FortiGate is having, it is actually a security device. So is it good for me? Of course it is. FortiGate is an NGFW firewall. Okay. NGFW. Can anyone tell me when you can say that a firewall is an NGFW firewall or not? The full form of NGFW is next gen. Can anyone tell me when do you say that a device is Minecraft? Yeah, Minecraft is raising his hand.
Next generation firewall.
So how would you tell that a device is a next gen or not? See here. Now, so I was saying I was at the point that who should be going for this course. So if you know how a ping works, this course is for you. Okay. Because like I mentioned, FortiGate is a next gen device. Okay. So you think of a thing. Okay. The FortiGate has it. You can do that on the FortiGate. You think of VPN, SSL, dial-up, authentication, policies, NATing, DNATs, UTMs, like inspections, proxies, WAF, and whatever you want. It's like you think of a thing and it's there in that device. Okay. So whenever in this, because since this course is designed in order to give you an NSE 4 and NSE 7 level knowledge. Okay. So maybe a few of you would be having a certain goal with reference to an NSE 4, or maybe some of you would be having the aim to go with an NSE 7. Okay. So anyhow, whatever the topics, whatever the concepts that we are going to discuss, okay, that is, can you please, I would request everyone to be on mute if in case you do not have any questions. Okay. Sorry, really sorry, man. Okay, so where I was. Yeah, so what were the topics that we are going to discuss? Okay. That is going to be start from a scratch. Okay. The first thing is, what is the challenge? If you say that, hey, I need to learn a high availability concept, I believe you might have heard of the term HA, right? HA, simple thing. Have you? High availability?
Right. Yes.
So if I start telling you that, hey, look, this is how the high availability works, this is what the things and all. But the question is, now I have to go and work in a company, right? So let's say I know about the high availability, but do I know its application? Do I really should use HA? And the question is why I should go for an HA? Okay, why? So I don't know what is the challenge if I'm not going to use the HA. What is going to happen? What is the advantage that it is going to give me? So where I should be actually telling my customer that, hey, I think we should be going with an HA setup. Okay. Or like maybe I like need some sort of an redundancy. Okay. So the point is, if I say that, hey, look, I think your issue would be solved with reference to the application of traffic shaping. Now the question is, do I really need to apply the traffic shaping, or like is it or like maybe I am having some alternate better way to like do the same work? Okay, so the question here is challenge. Okay, so that is how I always focus. That is how I do not focus on the solutions. Okay, it's about the challenges. So if you know the challenge, you will never forget the solution. You may, if I tell you this answers directly today, you are okay, maybe a week or month after that, the real-time application is gone. Okay, so my focus would be to give you a challenge. I need your inputs. Okay, we will progress gradually, slowly, one by one. I do take time. Okay, even if you want me to rush too, I will not rush, especially with the security concepts. I never. Okay, so so I'm just telling you the insights. Okay, that how the course is going to progress. Okay, the more you ask, I'm like happy to be with you. Okay, so saying so, let me tell you the course description with reference to what is the contents with reference to NSE 4. Like I mentioned, that NSE 4 focus upon your that, or like it checks that whether you can manage. Okay, if I give you a FortiGate, you get a brand new packed box of the FortiGate firewall, and your company is saying that, hey, you have to configure it. How would you do it? Right? That is, do you know that knowledge? Do you know how to manage the configuration, or like do the configuration, manage your firewalls? Okay, check the logs and all. Where to check the logs? Okay, where should I go and do the VPN configurations? Basic stuffs. Okay, that is what is tested with reference to NSE 4. Okay, now see, this is your NSE 4 is divided into two parts. One is security aspect, and the other one is with reference to infra. Now, if you see the security, it's with reference to that you should know how does your firewall behave, right? So if I say that a packet has been received onto the device and it's been sent out, see, my question is simple. Okay, this is my FortiGate firewall. So I am getting an incoming packet and it has to be sent out. Okay, so my firewall has received a packet and it has sent out, but my concern is what it did in between of that. How did it come to the conclusion that it has to be sent out? Did it only check the routing? Did it only did the policy? Or like there are certain other aspects that the firewall is checking. How my firewall is behaving. If you know this life of packet, you know the entire firewall. Okay. I will be using, this is the first thing that I will tell you about the firewall. How does the firewall behave? What is the architecture of the firewall? Okay. And I'm going to use this concept throughout the course. Okay, so that is how we are going to progress. We are like going to move step by step by step. Okay, so if I have to do a policy configuration, the question is, do I really need a policy to configure? Do I really need a routing to be configured? Or like, can't I have something work without the routing or without the policy? If no, why? If yes, why? Okay, so to answer all those questions, we would be seeing with reference to basics. So that's the first thing. Second is with reference to security fabric. That's a concept. That's a really an add-on feature. Okay, so what is security fabric and all? So it's simply an understanding. Okay, we will not be doing any sort of labs and all into that. Okay, so what is security fabric and all? You should be aware of that term. You should not be thinking that, hey, if someone talks to you that, do you know about the security fabric concept of the FortiGate firewall? You should not be blank. Okay, you should know what it is. how to configure the policies, NATing, authentications, that is with reference to managing your device. Okay, do not think it's with reference to LDAP or radius. It's with reference to firewall authentication. So like you enter username and password, right? So it's not as simple as that, username and password. There are certain aspects when it comes to firewall authentications and all. So we will be discussing all those things and all. Okay, how you can check the logs. Okay, how you can monitor the overall status of the firewall, what to look for. Okay, how does a firewall behaves with reference to certificates. Okay, these are UTM features: web filtering, application control, AV, antivirus, and IPS. Okay, there is much more than this. Okay, but yes, these are the UTM features that has been part of the NSE4. Your SSL VPN. And if you go into the infrastructure here, you will see that the IPsec VPN is also included. Okay, so that covers your entire VPN, IPsec VPN as well as SSL VPN. Now, basics of routing, like a static routing, PBR routing, dynamic routing with reference to BGP and OSPF. Okay, concept of SD-WAN, VDOM understanding, high availability. How does a proxy inspection? What is that? What does that mean? Okay, where you will be using proxy or where you will be using flow. Okay, where to use what should you be doing? What is the behavior change? Okay, so all those questions, okay, basic things and all, because that is the thing that will come as a challenge when you will really start implementing the device. When someone will ask you to do a configuration, that's the real questions that come into the mind. Okay, so that is something that we will try to address. Okay, of course, last but not least, troubleshooting. That is all what we do, right? And that is all what we want to do. Correct. We all want to be a very, very good troubleshooter. So the focus, everything that we are going to learn is with reference to the view that if I get the issues with reference to HA or with reference to SD-WAN or with reference to VPNs, my approach should be good. See, I'm choosing my words very, very carefully. Okay, I'm not saying that my solution should be quick and better. I'm not saying that. I'm saying whatever the issues that I get, my approach should be good. It's all about your approach. Okay, now with reference to these topics, what you just saw in the NSE4 and here, right? Let me show you with reference to NSE7. Now, NSE7 says that you should be having the understanding of NSE4 topics. Why does it say that? Okay, that you must have. See the topics. It's exactly the same. Security fabric, architecture, session monitoring, that is the logs and all, right? Routing, FortiGuard is a new addition. HA, OSPF, BGP routings and all, web filtering, IPS, these all are UTMs, right? VPN. This is one additional VPN, so that is one addition here. AD VPN, okay. SD-WAN is also there in the NSE4, correct? So just tell me, just because of these, this is not even a topic, okay? So it's like simply a concept. What the FortiGate is just because of FortiGuard. Okay, so what is FortiGuard and all? So that is something that I will tell you a story. It's like kind of an fairy tale story. So nothing more than that. So I will not count this as an some separate topic, but yes, only one thing is added is AD VPN. Now, does it make sense to enroll for NSE 4 and 7 separately? If I'm going to teach you an high availability, why not we should be discussing it from start till the end? Why to like leave it in between? That's why this course is designed in order to give you the complete insight. So when we will pick a topic, we will complete it till the end. Okay. Now, so that's all about the course contents and all. Okay, nothing much. Okay, so this will complete your entire firewall. That is actually what you need to function. Okay, now once you are okay with this, once we are completed with the batches, okay, once we are complete with our batch, each one of you would be having very, very good understanding, and like you would be able to work on the FortiGate firewall like a champ, okay? Because your concepts are clear. You know how does a device function. It's all about how does a device function. If you know that, see, just think, if I ask you to fix like RO purifier, right? Everyone would be having that. Would you be able to do that? No. Why? Because you do not know how does it function. You simply know that, hey, you are going to press a button and it is like going to give you an water. You simply know that you have given an intake from your water tap and like you are like getting a filtered water from one outlet. That is what you know, in and out. But what is going in that machine, you do not know. What are all those tubes and filters put it into that? You like do not know. So that's why you're not sure. So what you do, you call that service person, right? But if somehow you know what each and every that cylindrical tubes does and all, and if you feel that there is a slightly smell in your water or something, you know which filtered exactly to be replaced, right? No one can make a fool of you. It's all about that. Okay, you should know the inside and out of the device. How does a device behave? If I know that, no matter what the issue is, it's a VPN, H8, simple pass-through traffic, or to the firewall traffics, I can handle all those because the thing is same, right? Now, look, I will not go into the thanks part right now, but yes, let me tell you something add-ons here. The examples, okay, whatever the examples that we are going to discuss, this class is going to be interactive. I would be seeking the feedbacks from you. The feedbacks is not with reference to my teaching style. That is something which I will of course be seeking at the end of the class and like batch. But the feedback that I need is discussion, a healthy discussion. You all are having a very strong background, or like might be you have your own knowledge base, right? Give it to me, okay? Put your thoughts. It's all about discussion. The more you talk, the better it is. We will come to a solution. It's like never that, hey, I have said something and you have to agree on to that point. Okay, never. No. You may have a better solution to what I have given to you. It's all about discussion. You should be agreeing with my points, with your own thoughts that yes, Rohan is right. I think this is what the best is. Okay, and why this is best? It's up to me. I will give you the reasons why I think this like solution is best, and it's up to you. You have to challenge me why you think that this reason is not good. Okay, that is how I am going to progress into this course. Interactive. Okay, I do not use any slides. I do not use any kinds of an pre-written things and all. Okay, it's all about this discussion. But yes, I can give you one thing assurance is, or you might check with any of my previous batches as students and all. I can assure you one thing. At the end of the batch, you will not have a single doubt in your mind saying that you cannot manage or you cannot fix the issue with reference to FortiGate firewall. Okay. Now saying so, this course will be starting from Monday. Okay. And it's a night batch. So 9 a.m. IST till 11 a.m. IST. Okay, so that's the 2 hours of class. Okay, the duration is expected to be in between around 55 hours to 60 hours. Okay, that is on an average, but like let me tell you, it's up to you. I'm not confined to 2 hours or less or more to that. You want me to be with you for next 3 hours, I'm happy to do that. Okay, but you have to keep me engaged. You ask me the questions. Okay, I'm like okay with that. Okay, it's not a classroom to like teach you to the students. It's all about professional things. Okay, so we will maintain such an etiquette. Okay, now apart from this, networkings also gives you so whosoever will be enrolling into this course, they will be getting a separate email with reference to the labs and all. Okay, so that lab, so you can be doing you can do whatever you want. So let me show you the lab. How does it look like? Okay, I think someone has, okay, Silva has
Yeah.
raised his hand. Yes, please tell me, Silva.
Rogan, you said the timing is it's 9 a.m. or 9 p.m.
9 p.m. 9 p.m.
p.m. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
9 p.m. Yeah. Uh,
Yes, sir. Nilesh here.
yes, please.
Yeah. Regarding the SD-WAN, are we discussing more detail on the
Ah,
SD-WAN, means
yes. Yes. Well,
configuration and concept and all this?
everything.
What?
Ooh,
Okay.
that is the whole point that I was trying to make. If I'm going to start a topic, why not to finish it till the end, right? Why to leave it in between? Okay. So we are like going to complete all those things and all. Okay. So do not worry for that.
Hey, hello, hi.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
please. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, currently I'm working on Azure and GCP Cloud, okay, as a security engineer. Currently, actually, I'm working on GCP Cloud Guard, okay, Cloud Guard checkpoint, okay.
Okay.
But,
Okay.
but I am interested for this course, okay.
Mhm,
How it will help, okay, how it will help, and
mhm.
also, yeah, the course duration, okay.
Yeah. So I have, okay. So to answer the course duration, like I mentioned, it will be between 55 to 60 hours. Okay. On an average to like that. Okay. So that's the course duration. And the classes will go from Monday to Friday, at least for 2 hours. Okay. That is from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. in the night. Now coming to your first question that, okay, so since you work with reference to GCP cloud, so you work with reference to GCP cloud or like a checkpoint deployment with reference to VM image onto the GCP. So what is the
Right.
thing?
No, in GCP, there are term in GCP Cloud Guard checkpoint, okay. We are using that template, okay. We are using that a get page of a checkpoint, okay. But we are deploying the Google Cloud.
Hmm. Okay, so let me put my question in this way. FortiGate is also the appliance which you can host on any of the cloud platform. Okay, whether it is GCP, AWS, or Azure, whatever you want. So, uh, if I give you the FortiGate image, do you also work onto that part? It's like I want to know, are you focused upon your like job involves working upon the checkpoint or it's with reference to cloud?
No, we have like different requirement, okay. Some of the
Mhm.
client like coming for checkpoint and other project coming for a Fortinet, okay.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
My work is like implementation part, okay.
Oh, got it. Got it. So you actually get the templates to what to push into your clouds, and like that is what you manage, right?
Right, just implementation that part and writing some NAT rule and policies. Yeah, and that's from my side.
Yeah, man. Got it. Okay. So see, now learning the FortiGate firewall, what it will give you an add-on to you. Now see, you are managing, see, what you are looking at into your role is with reference to cloud. Okay. So if I send, let's say for an example, like you mentioned checkpoint. So you push the checkpoint onto your GCP, or like maybe you installed or you implemented the checkpoint onto your GCP. Now, if some issue happens on the checkpoint, I'm saying with reference to, let's say the VPN is not forming or some sort of an config issue, or the logs with reference to checkpoint as specific device and all. Okay. So at that point, you like might be reaching to that checkpoint engineer. Yes or no?
Yes, right.
Correct. But if in case the checkpoint confirms that, hey, all things look good from my side, but I think that when I'm sending the packet out, somewhere, somehow the GCP instance is not sending it further. That is where you come in into the picture, right? Those virtual instances and all, that is what you manage, correct? That how
Yeah.
that image has been pushed. Now, saying so, okay, this is what it's like, this is what the transition is. Now if you learn the FortiGate firewall, for that matter, okay, FortiGate is one of the it's like widely used cloud based firewall. If you learn that, that gives you an add-on with reference to security aspect. See, you have a cloud grasp. Now you also get an NGFW in hand. Okay, so no one can beat you now. Okay, so you are a cloud guy, you know inside and outs. You also know how does a firewall works, what to check into that, what to manage into that. So you are a single person that everyone would be looking for. Okay, because you know security as well as the cloud. But learning only the cloud, that limits your functionality, right? It's like I mentioned, if the issue is with reference to the checkpoint firewall or the FortiGate firewall, you have to reach to that respective engineer. Correct. So, so it's like, of course, this like course will give you a very huge add-on into your skill set when it comes to that point of view.
Thank
Can I ask one question, sir? Dinesh here.
Yes, Dinesh, please tell me.
Yeah. So, sir, I have two questions. The first one is like the NSE 4. This course will cover up according to the certification. Like, if we want in future, if we want to go for the certification, whether it is 7.0 or to whatever it is, so it is going to cover up all, right? So we can prepare
Yeah.
with this notes.
Correct. See here. Let me be very clear and like upfront to this. This is actually a good question. Say your firewall, FortiGate firewall, version is starts dated back to 4.0 series, and now the latest one is 7.2 that has just released, I think, 4 or 5 months back.
Right.
So, say your device functioning is same. Okay.
Right.
The major change was done with reference to 6.0 series and hence further. Okay. After that, 6.0, 6.2, they have the same, exactly same, only here and there, few of the it's like GUI modification was there. From 6.4, there was a major shift into the GUI. But with reference to certifications, topics, and like with reference to questions or with reference to the understanding that you should be having with reference to NSA 4 and 7, no matter it is for NSA 6.4, 6.7, 6.0, 6.2, it's all exactly the same. Whatever you are going to learn here, the lab is based upon 7.0 firmware. That's the latest one, okay? So 7.0. So whatever we are going to do the labs, that is with reference to 7.0 firmware. Now, it doesn't mean that if in case your company is still working with reference to 6.4 or like 6.2 version, you will not be able to manage that. That's not a point. Okay. That is what I'm saying. FortiGate is like really a very, very easy and good device to manage or like work upon. Okay. No matter which version it is, everything is there. Only some options from that is moved from top to bottom, bottom to right to left, something like that. Okay. So that just a customize, like every Android phone has a different home is screen or like icons, right? But you know how does Android functions? Correct. So that's the same thing. You may have 6.0, 6.2, 6.4, 7.0. Overall device functioning is same. So no need to worry upon that part. Okay. So it will not have any sort of an impact. Okay.
Yeah, got it. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
And second one is like, does this course cover up the integration and migration part with other vendors, or like the simple it will be like only the NEC 4?
I didn't get that question.
Like so there are a lot of other vendors when it comes to integrate, or like let's say we want to migrate the with other devices. So does that migration part will cover up in this course, or like
Okay, fine. So let me put this question in this perspective. Okay, so forget about migration and all. Let's say I've given you a device. Okay, you know how to configure the firewall. You know what is the basic factory default username and password. You just put in your console cable and like access the device. Did some basic configurations and all. Did whatever you wanted to it, and like your device is now ready, right?
right.
That's your new topology at all together. So you put up your device into there and everything is fine. Now coming to your migration question, okay, your your company was using some other company devices, some other vendor devices. What is changing? I'm still going to do the same thing, right? I will take the new FortiGate firewall, have the console access, do some basic stuff, do some basic configuration based upon the requirement. I will remove the cables, remove that older device, put that firewall in place of that, connect the cables, done, right?
Right.
Correct? So you can say migration, you can say deployment, but after all, it's the same, right? You have to do the same thing. So here in the NSE 4 and NSE 7, the module that what we are discussing here, that will give you the proper insight or the complete insight from start till the end. Okay. So if you are going through this course, you will not have any challenge, whether you are in between of an deployment or you are in between of an migration, okay, or you are in mid of an break and fix issue. So that doesn't matter. Okay, you will be able to manage all the things. Yes, I see Maninder Singh raising the hand.
Yes, sir. I have a question, sir. Does this course include 40 manager and 40 analyzer?
No, this course do not include 40 manager or 40 analyzer. NSE 4 and 7 is codely based with reference to FortiGate appliance for FEZ or FMG, that is short abbreviation of 40 analyzer and 40 manager. You have to go with reference to NSE 5. Okay, so that's an entirely different set of devices that is
Okay.
mostly used to manage and store the logs.
Okay,
Okay.
because I have a full pack of 40 mail, 40 web, 40 analyzer, and I have 16 firewalls in my network and working with the IPsec tunnels.
Oh, great, great. So that means you know that was like these all are completely different set of devices, right? FSE is used to store the logs. FMG is used to manage all your 16
Yes, sir.
firewalls
Yes.
from a single place, correct? So that's an
Yes.
entirely different thing. Okay. So we are not
Okay.
going to focus on to that part. Okay.
Okay.
We are
Okay.
only going to focus upon the FortiGate firewall.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other doubts, concerns? Yeah, I was about to show you the lab, right? Just give me a moment, please. Just show it to you. Yeah, okay. I believe everyone is able to see my screen though. Screen clear?
Yes.
Screen.
That's visible.
Okay, man. So see here, this is all the labs that I've created. Okay, some for testing. Mostly we will be working with reference to basic lab. Okay, so we have basic lab, HA lab, hub and spoke, OSPF, BGP. Okay, so all these labs are there. If you want some other different labs to be created, tell me, I will create it for you. Okay, see, the best thing about here is, okay, you can do whatever you want. No limitations, nothing at all. When I say no limitations, that means no limitations. How many times you want to do? You want to crash the entire device, crash it. You want to build it from scratch, do it. Okay. The control is with. Only thing that you cannot do is build up a topology. Tell me that in the class, I will like build it for you. Okay. So like for example, let me show you the basic lab here. Click on that, press open. Okay. And you will see your basic labs here. Okay, so most of the things that I will be doing is with reference to this basic class where we have a PC, two PCs here. There's one router, Cisco router, and then we have two FortiGate firewalls. This is our internet gateway that will help us to reach the internet. Okay, so how you will be doing the basic lab build up and all those things, that is something which we'll be discussing in our first or second class. Okay, I will show you. I will do all the things in front of you, and then you can simply replicate the same thing. Okay. One more thing. See, all the videos, whatever the classes that we are going to do, okay, all things are recorded. Okay, that is available to you at your fingertips, based upon your convenience, based upon your working style, based upon your learning way. You can access that video whenever you want. Okay, no limitations at all. Yes, please. I see someone is raising the hand.
Yes, sir. Me. So if we want to access this racks, so how we can do that? Like, do we get any link, a particular link, or
Which rack?
like this
We're talking
lab
about lab.
labs? Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay, yes, sir. So see, like I mentioned, if you enroll into this course, or if anyone has already done that, I have got the information that most of you have done. So you will be getting a separate email from our lab team. Okay, they will like give you that, and everyone will be getting their own username and password. Okay, so you have to
Yeah.
simply use that, and your like lab is good.
And this is 24 hours available, right? 24 in a
24/7, whenever, wherever you want to do it.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yes, please. Is there any other? I think Dinesh is still raising the hand.
Oh, sorry, sir.
Not an issue. Suresh. Yes, Suresh, please.
Hi, good evening, Rohit. How are you?
Good evening, man.
It's nice to interact with you.
Yeah.
Actually, I would like to know if there is any timeline for this lab after the course. How long we can use it, or
If I'm not wrong, it's once the batch ends, you can still access it for next 1 month or so. But I think Gaurav would be best to answer that. So, uh, is Gaurav here? No, I think he's not here. But yes, I think
because, as soon as we finish the course, if you want to prepare for certification, it takes some time. Like for that, until we need to refer some.
True.
So, I'd like to
Let
know.
me just quickly check on that. Okay, just give him a moment. Okay, how long? Let me check onto that. Okay, I have once I get the information, I will just let you know. So in like meanwhile, if there is any doubt and question, let me know, please.
Sorry, Rohan, this is Suresh again.
Yes, please.
This is the it's on weekdays, right? Monday to Friday.
Yes, correct.
Arun, that batch is not available for Saturday, Sunday evening.
I'm like, sorry.
That batch is available or not? In weekend, Saturday. Sunday.
We can also, yes, we have the batch. Okay, but I'm not sure of the timings and all yet. But yes, in the like we can also we have the batch for the month of November.
Okay.
Okay.
Actually, I reach at home from office to 11 o'clock, 10 to 11 o'clock. That's why I'm not connected.
Okay. Got it. See, many does much like I have in like previous batches also people who are working in late shifts and all, they do join from the cabs itself. Okay, so yes, depending upon on how do you want to progress and like further joining into this course and all. So yes, you have both the options, weekdays and weekends both. But yes, weekends will go slightly long as compared to weekdays. So people generally refer with reference to weekdays because it's a uh, continuous learning process as compared to taking gap for every 5 days, right? So yes, but like it's person to person choice. If you want to go with that weekend, go with that as well, not an issue. Okay, so I have gotten confirmation, Suresh, the question that you asked, that how long you will be able to access the lab. The answer to that is during the entire course you will be, once the course is ended, henceforth for the next 1 month you will be getting the lab access. Okay, if you want extra durations in order to get the lab access, okay, apart from the course duration and 1 month added to it. Okay, so if you want extra from that, some other periods like for next 2 or 3 months, you have to talk with the networking's coordinator, and like they may charge you the exact like some amount to give you the cloud airspace to have the lab access. Okay.
Okay. Then
Sorry.
we need to start with the networking stream.
Sorry?
Hello.
Yes, please.
That we need to discuss with the networking stream, right?
But like I can tell you that with reference to this course, the time that I'm it's like we are interacting into this course, that till the time that I have not completed this course, you are having the lab access. Apart from that, you will get 1 month plus lab access. Okay, so you can additionally do your labs and all for the next 1 month. Okay, but if you want,
And topologies you are creating. Sorry to interrupt you.
yes, please tell me.
The topologies, whatever you are creating, will be there for it even after the classes.
Yes, man, it is going to be. Okay, it is like going to be there only. Like, see, whatever you do in your lab, that is with you. No one can see. Okay, no one can change.
It's going to be like individual. If a user is
Yes.
logging in and I mean he may see the topology.
Yes.
He can access it and whatever he wants, he do it. And it will not be wiped out, right? It will not be generic for everyone.
No. Only the topology change that I make, that will reflect on each and every one. But whatever the configuration or labs that you are going to do, that is your own thing. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
So can we get any certificate after complete this course?
Oh, yes, man. That's up to you. You want to do it at your own time, do it. Okay.
But after getting your certification, like a networking certification, that such person has completed this Fortinet course successfully, and is it valid means to apply for any job, like big companies like HCL, Infosys, Wipro, or do we need to complete the Fortinet certificate only?
See, we guys are giving a trainings, so of course the certificate have a value, but yes, if in case you're looking for the global part, you have to do the global certifications also. And while going ahead with the interview, they're going to check whether you are capable to manage the devices or the things or not. They're not going to check your certification. Certification is coming later on once you will be tagged to any of the project, whether that particular project have a requirement for the certification or not.
See, let me add it to the point what like Gaurav just mentioned. See, you just open any of the openings, man. Okay. Never you will see someone saying that, hey, it's a prerequisite that you should be having so and so certification. Okay. It's always preferred. Okay. The word that they use is preferred. The point is you should be having the knowledge. It's not about just getting a certification and like you are like going to go for a job cracks or something, right? So you have to prove yourself. So it's all about proving. Certifications is something that is come next to that. Okay. So I'm like not minimizing the weight of that certificate. Of course, it holds a certain value and like reputation, but after all, you have to prove, right? So if you say that, hey, you have a NSE 7 certification, so that means the next question that is going to come from my it's like that is something that I'm going to ask is like up to the NSE 7 level, right? So you should be proving that. Okay, so that's the whole point here.
And what are the difference between the Cisco ASA, Palo Alto, Checkpoint, and this Fortinet?
There's a difference like it's like what would I say? Ground to a sky.
Because what happened at present, I am using a Sophos only, so I'm not that much aware about all such thing. But I just given an interview for 2 companies, right? Where they asked me certain questions about the features and all. So how the Fortinet is better than the other companies? So I think there must be some technical benefits compared to the other like Checkpoint, Cisco AS and all, right? So what would be that?
Of course, it like has. See, it's not a see what the company holds of values. That is something that is none of my concern. Okay, but what the product holds of value? Yes, I can tell you. Like I showed you that Gartner report, right? Fortinet is the top leader into that. It's not rank 2 even. It's ranking 1. Okay, so if you talk about Cisco's and all, Cisco is like I think 6th or 7th place. Okay, so see the major difference is manageability, quickness. See, if I tell you or if I ask you this, let's say for example, you are a company owner, okay, and you have you have called for a meeting where all the Cisco's and everything is there, and your requirement is simple. My network should be safe and secure. That is your requirement. Now, if I tell you that, okay, if you buy my device, I will give you almost 100% assurity that there is not going to be any sort of an security compromisation, but it may cause a certain latency into your network. Okay. See,
But for
what
an
I
example, yeah, I got your point. But the thing is that if I'm going for applying the solution architect job, right? So in that case, what happens? For an example, if any customer comes and they are asking me that we are having a certain 50 offices, we are having a 2 plant location, right? Where we need to install a firewall. So how I can decide that which firewall is beneficial for the customer?
that depends that you have to refer the data sheet of that appliance. Every device has a certain models, base, medium, and like high-end devices. Okay. So
So at present, I need to buy one firewall, right? In one location in my company, at present company. So I'm a little bit confused. I am having an experience of just Sophos only.
see,
So how I can decide?
no. That's not the point of Sophos or like Cisco or like FortiGate. Okay. That's entirely it's like incorrect way to think. Okay. The question here that you're asking is that, okay, some company asked me that, hey, I have so and so sites or like locations, offices and all, and like I have to take a call which device to go for, right? Whether it is Sophos or FortiGate, that is something that he has to choose. But now let's say he has selected that he will be going with the FortiGate, for an example. Okay. Now, which device of the like FortiGate? FortiGate makes many of the devices. 60E model, 90E model, 100 series model, 1000 series model, 5K series, 7K series. Which one? Now that is something which the customer has to give you an insight that what kind of traffic that he is expecting the firewall to have. It's like manage. What is the number of VPS that he wants the firewall to manage? Okay. So based upon his requirement of the like traffics and all, then you will be taking a call that, okay, fine, this is the device that will be best. Now, how you will decide that? That is with
About the models, I am able to understand. About the models, we have to decide on the base of a requirement, right? But the thing is that on the base of company, how we can decide that Fortinet is the best? According to the popularity and the most selling, I can understand. But is there any technical benefit compared to other firewalls?
See, every device is giving you the same thing, right? What is the FortiGate has that the Sophos do not have, or like what is the Sophos has that the FortiGate do not has, or like Cisco do not has, or like for the better of argument, Checkpoint do not has. Every device is selling you the same thing. Palo Alto, FortiGate, Checkpoint, they are giving the same thing, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
That is what I was giving you the statement in the first thing, okay, where you start me. That is what I'm saying. It's not only the question of how better your device is able to manage the security point of view. It's also about how quickly does it do that. It should not be some device which is going to increase a slowness in terms of anything, maybe jitter increment, maybe latencies increment. I should not be seeing that. But at the same point, I want it to be 100%, almost 100% a safe and sound device. How will I take that call? Does that mean that I have to buy each and every device and like deploy it into my network? No, I will check their past records, how much they have been able to stop 0-day attacks, how like proactive does that device behave, what is the main thing that is giving that device an upper hand, that is dependent upon their architecture, how does they do their work, what they say so, right? So all these questions that you're asking, okay, so that is with reference to sales like point of view. Okay, NSE 4 and 7 do not deal with that. Here with reference to technical things. Okay, now with that point of view, even the like questions that you are like putting through, once you know the architecture, once you know how to behave, how does it claim that it is the fastest secure device, okay, that is where you will now be, it's very easy for you to decide that, hey, do I go for the FortiGate or for the other appliances? Okay. So every device has its own ups and downs. Okay, but what you are looking for now, let me take an example. SD-WAN. Okay, you might have heard of the company called Versa Network. Versa Networks is the leading in the field of SD-WAN appliance. Okay, so does it mean that the FortiGate as SD-WAN is not good? No, that's not the case. Okay, it's not the case. If you see the Gartner, they are just lagging with reference to dot something. Okay, so it's not even a difference of a single points. It's like dot 2, dot 3 point. Okay, so that is how the minimal difference is, and that too depends upon customer to customer experience. Okay, so it's like never that a simple black and white call. There is always a certain gray area. Okay, so that is something that has to be addressed by the sales team and all. So those are related to that. We do not have to deal with all those things and stuff. Okay, we are here to focus or like learn the entire FortiGate device. You know inside and out to manage it. Okay, configure it, fix the issues related to that. Once you are okay with that, whatsoever the company gives you that device to work upon, you will be just using the same concepts and thoughts onto that. Simple. Okay, Tejish?
Got it.
Okay.